President Museveni was received in Kisumu by senior Kenyan officials and later held talks with President Ruto, with discussions focusing on regional trade, infrastructure, and economic integration. The two leaders then proceeded to jointly launch construction of the Kisumu-Malaba standard gauge rail extension. The launch was marked by the symbolic tightening of bolts on the rail track. The Kisumu-Malaba extension is part of a wider regional rail network expected to link the port of Mombasa to Uganda and onward to Rwanda, Burundi, South Sudan, and the Democratic Republic of Congo. President William Ruto said the project builds on a long history of rail shaping trade and growth in the region.
That is the lesson of history. That infrastructure development does not just connect places, it often creates them. It determines where opportunity thrives, where investment flows, and where prosperity takes root. Unfortunately, the 130-year-old meter gauge railway line that was once a lifeline of regional commerce was neglected and gradually fell into disrepair, losing both its vitality and transformative impact.
He said the new line is key to unlocking regional integration.
Above all, this railway will bring life to our long-held aspiration for true regional integration, for which Your Excellency President Museveni, as the chair of our East African Community region now, I promise and pledge to work with you as the champion of integration in our continent, that the vision of an East Africa that is integrated, that is united and works together becomes a reality in this generation.
On his part, President Museveni described rail as central to reorganizing Uganda's transport system.
That the railway is part of the rationalization of our transport system, especially on the Uganda side, which is irrational and wasteful. Why? Because the items being transported are concentrated on the road, i.e. passengers, light cargo, heavy cargo, petroleum products are all on the roads.
He said Uganda plans to shift heavy cargo to rail, petroleum to pipelines and water transport, while reserving roads for passengers and light goods. Museveni also outlined Uganda's expansion plans for the rail network.
I want to congratulate Kenya for struggling and bringing the railway from Mombasa to Nairobi, from Nairobi to Naivasha, now from Naivasha to here, and now from here to Malaba. We are going to push our part. We are already pushing our part from Malaba to Kampala, from Kampala to Kasese, Kasese to Mpondwe, linking with DRC. And then we are working on the railway from Tororo to Gulu to Nimule to Juba, and also on the line from Bihanga to Kigali, on the other, a branch.
The SGR project is expected to improve cargo movement along the northern corridor, support key sectors around the Lake Victoria Basin, and strengthen trade links between coastal and land-linked countries.